into a song we already know, but still, it's going to be great anyway. But we have lyrics this time, so it might just break the sound as we go through, but it's going to be interesting to see where the lyrics are going from this. So. I love how it's two amazing songwriters, you know, Jigoku and Kizu also, man. That's crazy to put those two together, but it makes sense, I guess. I love the little bits, you know, like the chanting is so cool, man. It's going so deep with that, man. I love it. This is gorgeous already, man. That's actually a perfect break for us right there. That little break with that is perfect, so let's see where we're going. So, rare creation, false word, ruthless, sky of grief, self-harm, self-bondage, false generation, heartless guy. So, the rare creation being a human, like, actually being born is quite, unlike, it's like millions or billions to one or something crazy that each person is born how they are, so it's like, it's always a rare creation. I know there's a lot of humans on the planet, but compared to how many there potentially could be, like, you know what I mean, like, so false wound, the ruthlessness, the sky of grief, like, obviously self-harm, either mentally, physically, so self-bondage, like, enslaving yourself into work or religion or whatever else, the false generation, like a generation who are just, like, forgotten about, or who are abused, or a lot of things, man. Like, there's, like, the ones who are born into war, man, the ones who fought through World War I, World War II, man, those are the ones who really had the hardest work of every generation. And then, obviously, the heartless guy, which is, like, the sky is literally heartless, and, like, you can look up to the sky and there's nothing there. It's literally just fake. It's not, the sky's not really blue after all, should I say so. Following up the thread of living pain, and with the roots of this life pulled in. If this hand is released, they'll be scattered about with howl's rotten tree and disappear. Like, yeah, the thread of living pain, because living is actually painful. It's like literally for me, but I mean, for other people, like, it's painful in different ways. It's the way you have to go through life. That you have to endure quite a bit in order to get through it. If this hand is released, they'll be scattered, like, as in, like once that hand is released, once you let go, everything will scatter, because your mind will release everything, the pain, your anxiety, everything else. In this society, hell, praise me for simply breathing. This here is a paradise where life falls, with the living decoration of the wings of a paradise butterfly. Let hell bloom, as in, like, this society, or society in general, is considered hellish or a hellscape, and I agree. But, like, society is made in a way to control and to dictate, and if you go against society's rules too much by doing simple things, they can lock you away for no reason, throw away the key, man, just like, yep, you're going to prison, or you're going to do this, or we're going to put you into juvie, or, you know, for whatever else. Like, I know, like, some people deserve it because they do, like, heinous things, but, like, society as a whole can be very destructive, and it depends on how you go, because if you're poor in the society, then you look down upon as not being worth anything, and little things like that, man, which is like, yeah, let's go. I love his voice here. His highs are gorgeous. man, Kizu just like masterpieces, man. I love how it changes from society into the world, man. It's so deep. I'll go into it in a second, man, but... It literally just makes me want to close my eyes and just appreciate it. You know, the images going through my head, man. It's like, it's hard to explain, but oh, that build up is gorgeous. Okay, we're gonna go back a little bit. I'm gonna go back to about a minute behind. We're gonna break down the rest of the lyrics and then we'll go forward, basically. So this heart, regardless of my intentions, keeps going on. Don't you hear it? You can hear it, can't you? My real voice, like the internal struggle, the heart, everything that I do going into this, in this world, in this hell. Why is it that while people seek the joy of being alive, they sew up and lick each other's wounds with the living decoration of the wings of a paradise? But let the hell bloom, let the hell of my heart go free, go to that point where it's like, you know what? This is what's happening. My heart is trapped, man. We're stuck in this world. We're stuck in this society boundaries, and we're just like, we need to set ourselves free in such a like instinctual way. Then 1, 2, 3, counting each breath. How many more times should I repeat it to feel at ease? Surely I'm not able to do anything about it. With being unable to leave behind anything after all, people will once again name it fate and give up. Like they'll say, this is my fate, this is what I'm destined to be, and it's like, fuck off, mate. Fate isn't predetermined. Like fate is what you make it. Like fate is like, yeah, you could be fated to be born with a disease like cerebral palsy, like myself, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to give up and live in a wheelchair. No, I'm going to work out 6 days a week and I'm going to fight it. I'm going to be like, you know what, fuck this wheelchair, fuck this walking stick, because that's what I did. I got to that point where I was on a walking stick and I had to keep going against it, and I had to go to the gym and like push through it slowly but surely, and it took me a long time to be able to push through enough to be able to go to be able to work out as much as I do now, to be able to gain actual strength and more independence and get off that walking stick, and you know, going against what fate dictates, in a sense, like being able to push back against it, like, you know what, fuck this shit, we're going to do what we're going to do. And then, not even knowing where, being swallowed up by the sorrow of a town that's far off from paradise, with you who hangs yourself, and with you who leaps off and falls, like, with all of these people who just, like, end their lives for no reason, who just think, well, I'm fated to be suffering, I'm fated to be poor, not knowing, not realising they can change their fate, they can change everything about this shit, and it'll just work perfectly. And, yeah, no one knows whether it's incorrect today, as well as the day that you don't know who will rise or of what will rise, and like you get the idea, and it's all about that fate is there. People think it's like all cumbersome, but in reality, as long as you know that you're not stuck where you are, you can always get back from it. So let's finish the shit. I just wanted the build up again. The build up is absolutely gorgeous. Just ignore it if my eyes are closed. I'm just loving the pictures going through my head with this. I love the violins too. The violins are gorgeous. I love that up switch, man, was gorgeous. fucking awesome song. It sucks that in terms of plays, it doesn't have as many. Well, you know, across the unit plays of the other. Wow, that's a fucking way to get a song right there, man. Sick song, man.